Alright guys, another car with an evap leak, evap codes. So this car, I scanned it, I got 3 codes, which I got it written out on that board, so I'm going to read it to you. p0441, p0442, p0446, okay? So those are the 3 codes I'm getting. One of them is about the purge valve, one is about leak in the evap system, small leak. But evap system can be very hard to fix and hard to detect. But there's a few things you can check yourself, okay? Evap system can cost you $1,200, $1,400, or it could be simple as unconnected hose, a pipe. In my case, I discovered a small little problem, and the repair for this one is only like $32. But if you have an evap leak, you do need to do a smoke test. I'm going to show you the line up here. You could check that and follow that all the way to the back. Also check your cap. But this car has been having an issue. We fixed it before and we're going to fix it again. Alright, so let's get to this. I'm going to scan the car, show you the codes. So I scanned the car and the code we got was hopefully this can see p0441. Alright, it says evap emission system incorrect purge flow. All right, and it says p0442 evap system leak detected. Okay, small leak. Okay, and it says 446 evap emission system vent control. So usually if you have all these codes, doesn't mean there's a problem with the whole system. So what we're gonna start off by is, I know this car had a code before, it had an evap leak, so we'll do a smoke test. But before anything, I do want to say one thing. You do want to check your cap. Okay, first thing is you want to check this cap. Okay, this cap, you open this up. Usually they will leave this open, so you need to hear those clicks. Okay, that's how you know it's nice and closed. But check out the seal. There's a seal O-ring right around this cap. That could be one of your problems, but this one looks pretty good. I don't think there's any leaks in with this cap. Okay, but we are gonna do a smoke test to see if there's any leaks, and we're gonna check out. There's a solenoid in here. I know this car somebody worked on it previously. We'll check to see if those connections are good. But let me show you the solenoid somebody worked on before. Alright, so let's put up this little guy. Alright, you see this right here? Somebody worked on this before. Look at that. I discovered it already. Bada bing, bada boom. Right there. You see that? And that could be a reason why. So I'm not gonna do a smoke test. We're gonna try this first, okay? And let's see what I can get. I'm probably gonna have to buy this connector. Alright, and let's see if I can get this thing to replace this. Alright, so we are gonna do a pretty good job there. But there you go. I remember this car. This is my friend's car, so hopefully this works out. Okay, so we have our connector here. The part number here is S1530. Alright, so let me explain to you a little bit. You know what, let me take out this. I want to show you guys what we have in here. So this connector is not cheap. I paid almost like $32 for this one. Maybe you could find that online cheaper. That's the part number, and there's a serial number on this if you need to look that up. And standard brand, that's the brand. So this is the connector. All right, it's the same exact connector, and it has one letter groove right there, 2 wires, and I'm gonna put this aside. So how this works is the evap system, this valve opens and closes, okay? But if it doesn't close, evap system does need to close all the valves, but then it'll indicate you have a leak because it's not working. The computer cannot control this, okay? Even if it sends a command, it's not gonna be able to control it. All right, so but do check your line. Sometimes it could be a line pulled off here, or you're missing the cap down there. There's a cap, that green cap right there. That's an evap port right there. All right, and the line goes all the way down, so just follow your line. Just check the whole system for any lines for cracks. All right, if they're cracked on the edges, like right there, or they're disconnected, just follow along. But anyways, all I'm gonna do is simply replace this connector. Okay, so very simply what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this tape. There's so much tape on this, and we're gonna find the splices on this. Okay, so there we have it. So you're probably wondering which wire goes where. So this wire that's connected, as you can see, is on the, if you just notice which side of the connector it is. Okay, the connector goes just like that, and just follow along. We're gonna, so this wire on this side, this particular side, goes to the white cable right there. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna splice this open, and we're gonna reattach the cables. But I don't think it would matter if you put it, because this is just a positive or negative. It'll just work either way, okay? Just as a little solenoid. So simply what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to fish this cable out from the furthest point inside as I can. And okay, if I can't, then I'm gonna just cut it right here. All right. What I'll do is I'll splice this open a little bit, and strip that up. So it'll be very simple, okay? And what we're gonna do is remember, this is the side. I'm gonna just go accordingly. Okay, I think this cable's way too long, so I am gonna splice it a little bit and strip it. This is a wire stripper, and I'm gonna give it good turns. Okay, make sure you give a good nice turn. And if you have soldering, you could solder. I do solder, but it's not necessary because it's gonna be as solid as it gets. Okay, there you have it. I'm gonna take off my gloves, and I'm gonna tape that little guy really well right there. And here comes my tape. So some electrical tape. Make sure it's not short. It's not gonna short circuit. Nothing is visible. I was gonna say visible, but anyways, there you go. It's pretty good right there. Perfect. Alright, so I'm gonna take the other cable. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna splice it here, cut it off, and this connector is garbage. And we're gonna take this apart, and let's measure our cable. Gonna splice it here. Strip it. And we're gonna attach the cable nicely. Take some tape. If you want to use these, you can use these. They work well, no worries. But everyone has their own ways to do it. Gonna tape this up really well, so no water, nothing is gonna short circuit. So that's good, like 5-6 loops there. So even sometimes the wires will just like, cause they're sharp, they'll come right through it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick one cable into this sleeve, and the other one I'll leave out. And then I'll put more tape on this to make it nice and solid. there we have it. Perfect. Okay, if you want, you could loop the tape around the whole thing. I don't like to do that, but I am gonna put a small little attachment here, and then I'm gonna just go along with it, so that way the tape is wrapped up and it looks really nice. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but there you have it. After that, simply try to tuck the cable in, try to go under this connector here, and just let it be real nice. Make sure it's not gonna touch anywhere that's gonna heat up, like the coolant pipes. But there you have it. All right, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. If you guys have any questions, send me a message.